Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here and I've got some books to share with you today. I have received some books recently. Well, I say received, they did come in the post but I bought them. And I also received a book from Janet for my for our book swap every month, and the one that she got me this month is this one, Harley Merlin and the Secret Coven by Bella Forrest, and I am just really excited about this. It's giving me really good I don't want to say Harry Potter vibes, but it's giving me really good magical warlocky magician vibes. It's about our main character. She doesn't really know much about herself. She's been in and out of foster care, but she can sense emotions. And so she's got this job pinpointing cheaters at the local casino. And then she comes across this like real life monster and a warlock steps in to help her. And then she enters this sort of world of covens and magic and witches and warlocks. And all sorts of things start unraveling about her past. And she has to sort of work and band together with her new friends to sort of uncover secrets. And I just think it sounds really good. The next one I picked up is just in my vein of sort of graphic novels that I love. This is called Real Friends. It's by Shannon Howell and Luan Pham. This is about two girls. They've been best friends for as long as they can remember, and then all of a sudden one of the girls gets friendly with a girl in the sort of popular clique, and it just changes the dynamic of everything, and it really makes the other girl question whether she wants to be friends with her anymore. Does she want to be friends, you know, but then turn into somebody she's not? I just think this sounds really sweet and lovely, and just in the same vein as all the types of sort of middle grade graphic novels that I love. I've heard amazing things about this next book. It's called Violent Ends, and it's a novel in 17 points of view. This is written by 17 different authors about a high school shooting, and I've heard that it's brilliant. There's Sean David Hutchinson, there's Neil and Brendan Schusterman, Kendall Blake, Trish Dollar, Delilah S. Dawson, Tom Levin, Kristen Johnson, Mindy Scott, Courtney Summers, Beth Revis. I mean, there's loads and loads of people on here, and I've heard great things. So one sort of high school shooting told from all these different points of view. A book I've wanted to pick up for ages, but I finally took the plunge, and I think that's because I've made space on my classic shelf slash big books, and so I've picked up Blonde by Joyce Carol Oates. Can you guess what this one's about? Yeah, this is a look into the life of Marilyn Monroe, and it's something that I've wanted to read for ages, since I saw it on Helene Jepsen's channel, and I think it's about time. So this year this is going to happen. I picked up the next book on a bit of a whim. I was in the mood for sort of I don't know, some type of non-fiction. I wanted something crimey. I think it's because I was reading To Kill a Mockingbird. In Your Defence by Sarah Langford just called to me when it was in the shop. It says Sarah Langford is a barrister. Her job is to represent the mad and the bad, the broken and the hopeful. In court she must tell their story, weaving it around and the black and white of the law. These stories change the lives of ordinary people in extraordinary ways, but for a twist of luck they might have been yours. In 11 heart-stopping cases, Sarah describes what goes on in our family in criminal courts. She reveals what it's like to work in a world of archaic rituals and inaccessible language, and she explores what it means to be at its mercy. Our legal system promises us justice and fair judgment. Does it? Can it deliver this? And on the back it says, as thrilling as a detective novel and sometimes moving. The last chapter had this reviewer in tears. So I just think this sounds like a really interesting look into the UK legal system. The final two books are a duology, and they're one that the lady that comes to paint my nails told me about. We bonded over books, and she is a reader, and she said she'd read these and how good they were, and just really like delve in and enjoyable books. The first one is called I think the first one, let's have a look. Yeah, the first one is The Boy and His Ribbon by Pepper Winters, and the second one is The Girl and Her Wren. I won't read the back of this one because I don't want to ruin it, but I'll read you the back of this one. It says, Wren was 8 when he learned that love doesn't exist, that the one person who's supposed to adore him only cares about how much he was worth. His mother sold him. For 2 years he lived in terror, but then he ran. He thought he'd run on his own. Turned out he took something of theirs by accident, and it became the one thing he never wanted and the only thing he ever needed. Della. I was young when I fell in love with him, when he switched from my world to my everything. My parents bought him for cheap labour, just like they had with many other kids, and he had the scars to prove it. At the start, he hated me, and I couldn't understand why. For years, he was my worst enemy, fiercest protector, and dearest friend. But by the end, he loved me. The only problem was, he loved me in an entirely different way to the way I loved him, and slowly, my secret drove us apart. So it says at the top, what do you do when you meet your soulmate? No, wait, that's too easy. What do you do when you meet your soulmate and have to spend a lifetime loving him in secret? I'll tell you what you do, you lie. So I've heard these are interesting and romantic, and I'm going to give them a go because she says they're really good, and I'm just intrigued by these and I've not heard about them at all. So let me know if any of you have read these, because they really are books that I can't wait to try out. Anyway, that's the books that I've bought recently. Let me know if you've read any of these, as I say, and let's chat in the comments down below, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.